And actually, I guess it is the fourth game. I'm confused. Tigers come into this evening's contest with a 2-1 record after a surprising upset over Winfield in the second game of the season, and then beating Farmerville last week in their house. Tonight we're back at home against the Sterlington Panthers. The Panthers have bested the Tigers in the last 4 times that they have met, which has developed kind of a new rivalry, a new tradition in the Panther-Tiger playing each other. It's a beautiful night, even though it did rain a little earlier, Steve, and the boys are out there for the toss and to get their pregame instructions from the officials. And we'll see in just a moment who wins the toss. Looks like Sterlington has won the toss. They will defer to the second half, and it'll be the Tigers who will be receiving the football here in the first half. Well, we're looking forward to a tremendous contest this evening, as we understand that the Panthers had a tremendous game last week against Mangum, where they came out a 55-16 winner.
That's right. They put it on the Mangum Dragons, 48-0 at the half point. So look for explosive type offense. They've got a couple of new youngsters in the backfield behind senior leadership of Jacob Ashley. So we're fixing to get things underway here just shortly.
We'll take a brief timeout for the national anthem and the prayer, and we'll be right back with
Oak Grove Tiger football.
Oak Grove Tiger football. This playback is brought to you by many fine sponsors, some of which you just saw, and we appreciate each and every one of them, and all of those of you who do make this possible for our fans to be able to watch the ball game on Tuesday evening after it's played the weekend before. This is a Thursday night game, Steve, and we have an exceptional crowd out here for a Thursday evening. Of course, this particular game of quite a bit of interest to the area folks, and most of them will be playing on tomorrow night, and so they were able to come and watch this game this evening.
Yeah, of course, we're over here with the visitor section, and it's, although you can't see, it's pretty much full. The home section filling up, and it will be full by the time we get into the first quarter. We do expect a large crowd. It's the only action, probably the only action in North Louisiana tonight, being a Thursday night game, and we expect fans from all over the area to be here to see what has become a tremendous tradition and matchup between the Sterlington Panthers and the Oak Grove Tigers. And we're about to get underway as the Sterlington Panthers will go on defense to start things off.
Russell Hutzler, the kicker for Sterlington, and back deep for the Oak Grove Tigers, Derek Owens and Juwan Jordan. The up backs there are number 9, Clarence Jones, and number 40, Chance Yates. Hutzler prepares for the kickoff, and this one's fixing to get underway as the officials clear out of the way and get ready to blow the whistle to signal the start of tonight's action.
Well, the atmosphere of high school football is just hard to beat.
Nothing better in the South than high school football. High kick, bounces straight up, taken by Yates at the 23-yard line. Yates out across the 30, about the 31-yard line, where it'll be Oak Grove's football, 1st and 10.
That kick's over in no man's land. Chance being the aggressor and finding a handle on it, tugging it and picking up a few yards, where the Oak Grove Tigers will start their first offensive drive just beyond the 30-yard line.
As we mentioned, we had a brief shower earlier this afternoon, so the field should be in outstanding shape, a little softer than it has been being as a result of the 3-week drought that we've gone through recently. Showing the blitz. They come. Coleman throws deep. He has Shows open, and Sean Shows just barely misses that one. It's over his outstretched arms as he leaps. Well defended down there by the Panthers, but Shows did have the opportunity had he been able to get to the ball.
Kendrick Holloway, number 2, a freshman, defending on that play. Ball things away right there at the last minute. Otherwise, the defenders play on the opening round here at Tiger Stadium. Bring up second down.
Second down and 10 from the 31-yard line of the Tigers. One back in the backfield. They give this to Jordan. Jawan Jordan around the right side. He's got a little room. Still on his feet. He has the first down. Out across the 40 to the 42.5-yard line is Jawan Jordan, the freshman tailback.
Good blocking that time over on the near side to Spring Jordan, and then Jordan just finding a few openings to pick up additional yardage to get the first down for the Tigers.
Lined up in the flanker's position that time. I misspoke. Jawan is a sophomore this year, 10th grader.
Jawan picking up 12 that time.
Coleman under center. A little different looking offensive set for the Tigers. Coleman pitches the ball to Owens. He's caught in the backfield. Ball's loose. Oak Grove looks like Oak Grove got it back. Be a loss on the play. It'll bring up second down and about 16 from the 37-yard line.
Well, of course, the last couple of games, Roy, we've had difficulty hanging on to the football. 11 fumbles in the last two games. Fortunately, the Oak Grove Tigers have come out on top in the scoring, even though we put the ball on the ground 11 times, starting out early here. Fumble on the third play of the game.
Darren Sutton, number one, defensive corner over there, in there making that play. Coleman had a hand on him. He's up and going across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Wes Coleman with a 10-yard gain, but it'll still be third down and 6 or 7 at the 41.5-yard line.
You could see in Coleman's demeanor that his intent was to carry that ball. He was not going to pitch it. Grabbed in the backfield, able to shake loose a Panther defender, and third effort, able to pick up good yardage, bring up a third down and about 7 yards to go.
So as Oak Grove tries to keep this drive alive here on third down and moderate range. Bootleg. Lots of pursuit. That's big number 70. Yates with the football on a tremendous play as Coleman keeps his head, rolls out under great pressure from Josh Edwards, the senior linebacker for the Panthers, and throws the ball to Chance Yates for the first down at the 35-yard line of the Panthers.
And you said it, Wes keeping his head, rolling out under pressure. And Roy, that's professional level football there. Wes throwing on the run and making a perfect pitch for a 20-yard gain and an important first down.
So the Tigers into Sterlington territory on that completion to Yates. Coleman with the ball. He's open on the outside. Cuts back. Taken down inside the 15-yard line. They'll mark it at the 14, and it's first and 10 Tigers inside the red zone of the Panthers with 9 minutes left in the first quarter.
And you got to give David Cavalier credit for 4 of those yards, making a critical block there, tight end to Spring West as he cut back behind the block, picking up an additional 3 or 4 yards.
So an excellent job by Coleman as he keeps the football on that option. Once again, the two backs line up over to the left of the line, and Owens is at the lone back position. Owens with the football. Derek Owens hit at the line of scrimmage, no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And you figure that those big defensive linemen for Sterlington keying on Derek Owens, particularly on that play, not allowing him to get back to even the line of scrimmage, bring up a second down.
Justin Fulmer, Caleb Hamby, Josh Edwards, the very large defensive line.
Run 6'3", 6'4", a couple of them even 6'5" on that defensive line.
Coleman under center with Yates in the backfield. And it'll be a 5-yard penalty against the Tigers as the snap is delayed slightly, and we'll just see if see what they determine here.
These two teams, of course, played Sterlington last year. The Oak Grove Tigers coming out on the short end of that matchup.
I think they're trying to decide if it was offside first or offensive movement first. And
debate over what appears just to be
a very simple illegal
call.
procedure, but there's a chance here that it may go the other direction. Illegal procedure against the Tigers, 5-yard penalty. It's third down from the 19-yard line, needing to get all the way down inside the 5-yard line for a first down with 7:50 remaining in the first quarter, and Oak Grove once again with actually a second down and long because they obviously didn't get that play off. No loss of down on a procedure penalty. As Coleman steps up under center, Cavalier lined up on the right. Coleman keeps the football, dives over the left tackle, and gets back down near the 15-yard line, and it'll be third down.
West had a good hole over there on that left side, following the lead block of Chance Yates. Unfortunately, the fake handoff didn't fool one of the Panther linemen, and he grabbed him from behind to bring him down for short yardage.
So with 7 minutes remaining, Oak Grove deep in Panther territory, but third down and long from the 15-yard line, 15 and a half or so. And this time Coleman keeps the ball and is immediately met there by big number 74, Justin Fulmer, and number 32, it looked like, J.J. Douglas, strong safety.
The brother of the older brother of Jimmy Douglas, who we'll see shortly here on offense for the Sterlington Panthers, a young sophomore running back.
Well, what do you do here if you're Coach Dalrymple? It's fourth down. We obviously are going to go for it. We don't have the kind of field goal kicker to try to attempt to get on the board that way. So this has to be a play that works. And they throw it. Childs has it. And it's touchdown, Oak Grove, as Sean Childs gets the quick out to the left side and is cut under the defense and makes the great grab.
Well, and the thing about that play, Roy, you know that Sterlington was defending the pass. We had such long yardage. They were defending the pass, and we still slipped it in under.
6-0 Oak Grove with 5:59 left in the first quarter. A 20-yard touchdown pass from Coleman to Shows as the Oak Grove squad draws first blood here at home this evening. On to kick is Patrick Rye. Kick is up, and it is good. The score, 7-0. Oak Grove leading Sterlington with 6 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Miles across the community.
Off for Oak Grove, Patrick Rye, who just scored that extra point with a successful extra point conversion attempt on the Tigers' touchdown. Beautiful 20-yard pass play from Coleman to Shows on fourth down and deep in Sterlington territory.
Yeah, West Coleman executed a drive of perfection on that series, flawless throughout. That one bobble there, or a couple of bobbles, I guess, but we were able to retain possession.
Tiger Special Teams unit taken back there by the safety, Douglas. Douglas to the outside, caught there by Corey Strong, number 41 for Oak Grove. As the Panthers will have great field position at their own 48-yard line on a good return that time by Douglas. J.J. Douglas.
Offensive backfield, of course, the returning senior, Jacob Ashley, a quarterback. A couple of new guys, Deshaunte Mitchell, number 20, and Jimmy Douglas, number 21 in the backfield for the Panthers.
Ashley under center, gives the ball to Douglas. Douglas is down to the 50-yard line where he is stopped.
That's Chase Craig, number 44, making the quick drop for the Oak Grove Tigers. Pick up a couple of yards.
And the Tiger defense doing a good job there of stopping that first running play. And, of course, the Sterlington team a lot like the Oak Grove team in philosophy. run the ball up the gut until you get them, make sure they're honest, make sure you keep everybody at home, and then try to run something outside and pick up some yardage. This time they're looking to throw. They have a man open. That's number 5, and he catches the football. What an amazing catch by Jamar Smith, number 5 for Sterlington, as he just fully extends, so much so that he can't even keep his feet. 33-yard pass play down inside the 20-yard line to the 17-yard line of the Tigers.
Ashley faked the screen pass that time, froze the defensive back just for a split second. That's all that was needed for Jamar Smith to make the break, and he almost overthrew him, but good play. Good for 33 yards.
Ashley brings the Panthers up to the line, 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. This time the call is to number 20. That's DeShonte Mitchell. And he is down inside the 10 to about the 12-yard line. And it looks like they'll be short of the first down. It'll be 2nd down and very short. Yardage to go, and they say they're going to call them out to measure. And as they do so, we recognize that they have run 3 plays from scrimmage, this Sterlington offense, and they have covered 40 yards or so.
Well, we mentioned they were able to put 48 points on the board last week against Mangum. Mangum not able to score until the 4th quarter of that game, finally managing 16 points. The Oak Grove Tiger defense will get thoroughly tested tonight, Roy, with a well-coached and athletic and a very talented Sterlington Panther offense.
So the Panthers now 2nd down inside their own 10-yard, or the 10-yard line of the Tigers, where they are threatening to try to even this one up. As Ashley steps up under center, men split wide right on and left, and 2 men in the backfield. Give this to Douglas. J.J. Douglas is in for the score. Power running right up the gut of the Oak Grove defense. And Sterlington has put 6 on the board here in a matter of less than 2 minutes of offensive possession.
Caleb Hamby, number 77, is a 6'5", 240-pound offensive lineman over there on the right side, breaking open those holes.
Hutzler on to attempt the extra point with Ashley holding. And the kick is up, and it's good, and it is tied up 7-7 with 4:08 remaining in the 1st quarter. Welcome back as Hutzler prepares to kick off. Back deep are Owens and Jordan for Oak Grove. Hutzler, the kicker for the Panthers. That's his only job on this team. As the score is all tied, 7-7. This kick a little lower. Taken by Owens at the 15-yard line. He's across the 25 and down at the 29 for a 9-yard return. Well, actually, I guess a 14-yard return.
It's one of those rare deals where we got to give credit for the tackles on all men. David Cavalier just in the path of Derrick, and he tried to stumble around him and lost his balance and went down.
So the Tiger offense back on the field now, led by Coleman with Yates and Owens in the backfield. Childs and Jordan split wide left and right respectively. Cavalier lines up in the flanker's position. Snap. Coleman looking to throw. Number 45 in there, Nathan King, the senior strong safety for Sterlington, just immediately on Coleman. Somebody completely missed the block.
Well, and I didn't notice that they may have brought that safety up for, obviously, if he played the safety, he came up for a blitz, and nobody picked him up as he came around that left side of the offense and just streamed west in the backfield. Actually, he's lining up as a defensive end, number 40.
2nd and 14 for the Tigers as they are in the hole a little after the sack. Coleman brings it back up the middle, but nothing doing. He picks up a couple, but that's all. It'll be 3rd down and long from the 27-yard line. So the Tiger offense having difficulty getting something going here as the first quarter ticks down to 3 minutes. And Coleman getting the signals from the sideline, goes into the huddle, passes that along. And the Panther defense smelling a little blood here as Oak Grove sets up for 3rd down and 12 to go. Fakes the handoff, has to turn it back, nowhere to go. Coleman trying to protect the football down at the 20-yard line. A loss of 7 on the play. It'll bring up 4th down and close to 20 yards to go. And Oak Grove will have to punt.
Well, obviously, I guess it goes without saying, the offensive line collapsed there, allowing 3 and 4 defenders through. West having no time to even set in the pocket. Had receivers open, but unable to find them with the intense pressure, bring up the 4th down.
Marcus Moy, number 2, back to receive for Sterlington. Oak Grove needs a timeout as they only have 10 players on the field. Somebody unable to get out there in time to get set up for the punt attempt. Special teams folks confused a little bit. There he comes. That'll be Jonathan Putnam, number 50. Jonathan Putnam. And in his defense, Ty Webb, who is usually out there on these situations, has a high ankle sprain and unable to play tonight. And, of course, he is one of our better, larger and better offensive linemen.
Larger and bigger, and, of course, he's got the experience on that offensive line. The rare experience on the offensive line, I should say. So we'll try to get things underway here as both teams line back up.
Now we'll come back and try it again as Coleman back standing at his own 7-yard line, prepares to punt the ball. Mediocre rush by the Panthers. Ball bounces into the hands of Moy, and he is pulled out of bounds after crossing midfield, and out of bounds at about the 44-yard line is Marcus Moy for the Panthers, and they'll have it in Tiger territory, 1st and 10.
I think that was Jonathan Putnam that actually made the tackle after getting out there, doing a good job getting downfield to the 10 on the punt.
So the Tigers burn a timeout as they have to regroup to get that one going. If you hear something clattering around, it's my microphone. I pulled it off by mistake. Ashley under center. Gives the ball to Douglas. J.J. Douglas still on his feet. Oh, what a tremendous effort by Cavoursier Caldwell as he just absolutely refuses to turn loose. Otherwise, Douglas scores.
It's incredible how quick he hit that gap, Roy. They make the handoff to Douglas up the middle. Of course, there was a big gap there, but he just hit that hole so fast. Cavoursier just barely able to get a hand on him, slow him down enough to keep him from scoring. Otherwise, he gets in the end zone.
Now it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line, and the Panthers driving again with 1:20 left in the first quarter. They give it to Douglas. J.J. Douglas, this time over the right side. Picks up a couple before being stopped over there by the Tiger defense. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Greg and Shelton, ABC helping out on that tackle.
The defensive unit for Oak Grove doing such an outstanding job against Winfield and Farmerville. Even though I missed that game last week, I did get to see the playback, and they just did a tremendous job over at Farmerville. We're expecting wonderful things out of these Oak Grove Tiger defensemen this year. Of course, Sterlington, a 2A team. Oak Grove playing up in classification all 5 games in the preseason. And once again, number 5, Jamar Smith, open, but that time it was just slightly overthrown. He got a hand on it. I'm surprised he didn't suck it in there, Steve.
Yeah, we'll see that play again before the game's over because he had position. Actually just led him just ever so slightly too much. Otherwise, it's 6 points.
Logan Zager trying to cover him out there, and he's got his hands full as Smith is quite the speedster.
Coach Ashley mentioned this probably is the fastest team speed that he's had to coach here at Sterlington.
Douglas with the call. That's J.J. Douglas across the 20 down to about the 17-yard line. And it'll be 4th down, but it'll be 4th and short as the Panthers burn a down from scrimmage with the attempted pass. And so 4th and about 2 as the Tiger defense has the opportunity now for a big stop.
I believe they're going to take a timeout to talk about.
And the
quarter.
Panthers allow the clock to run down here in the first quarter. It is 7-7. And we'll take a brief timeout and be back with the start of the second quarter. 4th and 2 at the 17-yard line of the Tigers. The officials reset the ball. And the Panthers will get ready to start this second quarter with a 4th down deep in Tiger territory. And, of course, the Tigers having to do two things now, Steve. They have to try to stop the first down and protect against the touchdowns at the exact same time.
Big defensive stand right here, 4th down.
Ashley comes up under center. And keeps the ball. Has the first down across the 15. Looked like there for a minute the Tigers might be able to get a hand on him, but he accelerates and gets outside of the tackle and picks up the first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line for the Panthers, which of course means they'll have to get down inside the 5 for a first down. And realistically speaking, most of the time that's not the case. They'll generally either score or get stopped, one of the two. Number 23, defensive end for the Panthers, Mario Montgomery, over here on the sideline being attended to by the trainers for the Panthers as Ashley comes up under center with first down, gives to Douglas. Douglas is stopped after a gain of about 3 down to the 10-yard line. And it'll be 2nd down and 6.
Douglas carrying 10 times last week against Mangum. 10 times good for 108 yards. His partner back there, DeShante Mitchell, carrying the ball 9 times, only 9 times, but 141 yards on the night.
I keep wanting to call her, was it Hernando? The running back? Hurtado, yeah, Hurtado. I keep wanting to say his name because he's been back there for them for about 4 years and, of course, graduated last year after a wonderful time. And the ball is fumbled, and it's still loose, and it can be anybody's ball, folks. I have no idea who it belongs to, as Shelton had it, but just turned it loose and pounds the ground with his fist as he realizes what an opportunity that he lost there. And I believe that the Panthers hold on to the football. And it'll be 3rd down from the 11.
Maybe tried to pick it up rather than fall on it. And, of course, if you're successful, if you pick it up, you know, unless somebody can outrun you, it's a touchdown, but you got to pick it up.
So the Panthers with new life here after that near disaster. Pull up there, 3rd down and 7 from the 11-yard line. Ashley under center, and we'll almost certainly see a throw, and sure enough, they go to Smith. Smith makes the catch. Zagger on the defense, and he has him right at the 5-yard line. No, they say he's inside the 5 at about the 3. So it'll be 1st and goal to go at the 3 for the Panthers, and they'll get 4 more tries.
Excellent play call by Coach Dale Ashley. That play well defended by Logan. It's an out pattern where on man-to-man, you can't give the receiver the end zone. You got to keep him in front of you. And you're going to give up yardage like that if the throw is good. He did a good job of keeping him out of the end zone.
The sophomore Shelton that time, a growing experience. There's Douglas. Douglas is in for the score. And Sterlington has put 6 more on the board with 9:26 left in the first half. And the Tiger defense doing a great job that time of holding them, forcing them to run the ball and forcing them to do some things that we haven't seen them have to do. Had to convert on 4th down. They had to do a lot of things that they haven't been used to doing, evidently.
Well, you keep pounding away and pounding away, hoping that you get that turnover opportunity, which we had just didn't take advantage of it.
Hustler on for the extra point, and it's good. 14-7. Sterlington leads this one with 9:26 left in the first half. We'll be back with more Tiger football. Oak Grove, they lead the Tigers 14-7 here in the first half. Sterlington having scored that time on a much longer sustained drive than the first time around. They scored on 4 plays in the first possession, I believe, 4 or 5. And then on this particular possession, it took them several more, but they were able to take the ball 45 yards for their second touchdown of the evening. Hustler preparing to kick off. Ball's headed over towards Jawan Jordan's side of the field, and it goes into the end zone for a touchback. And it'll be Tiger football at the 20-yard line as Hustler gets all of that one. And the Tigers will take over first and 10 at their own 20.
And we see field position being so critical. That last drive, about 45 yards for the Panthers. Now the Oak Grove Tigers having to do it from 80 yards out, Roy. Field position, so critical in a game like this. And, of course, turnover.
Tigers from their own 20-yard line.
So the Oak Grove Tigers back on the field with their offensive unit, who has performed spectacularly in the last 3 or 4 games. That first game against Rabel, there were a lot of stumbles and difficulties. This time Yates with his first carry of the evening. Chance Yates out across the 20 to the 23-yard line. A gain of 3. It'll be second down and 7. The big fullback for Oak Grove, of course, one of the primary weapons that we have there in this offensive set. Coach Dalrymple putting in some new plays for this contest, knowing that Sterlington understands and knows the Oak Grove philosophy and plan of football extremely well. Want to throw a few new wrinkles at them. That time, of course, Yates carrying the football, and that's what they were expecting when they got here this evening, but haven't seen much of it yet. This time, ball's in the air, caught by Jordan. Jordan down across the 40-yard line, where it'll be Oak Grove football first and 10. An outstanding 18-yard pass play from Coleman to Jordan, as Coleman hanging in there in that pocket, under pressure, and able to get that one off for the completion.
Of course, he probably didn't see the pressure. I'm sure he could feel it on his heels. But able to get that pass away. Well thrown. Jordan doing a good job of getting to the ball and picking up good yardage afterwards.
And I wish I had seen who it was back there doing that great job of blocking. Almost had to be either Cavalier or Owens, but they were back there doing a great job of holding that man off of him and making sure that Coleman had time to get that ball off. First and 10 from the 40. That's Yates still on his feet. Drives forward with extreme power running there behind, that is Ty Webb out there with that ankle brace on, number 77, and number 65 for Oak Grove, Stephen Allred doing the blocking there. A gain of 3.5 on the play. Second down and 7.5 yards to go. They have to get to midfield for a first down as the Tigers retrieve that field position. Coleman comes up under center. Throws the ball to Cavalier. He makes the catch across midfield for the first down at the 48-yard line of the Panthers on a great play from Coleman to Cavalier. An 8-yard reception.
Good enough for a first down. You anticipate that coming. David Cavalier doing an excellent job from that tight end slot. Roy's got such good hands. Senior coming over from Caldwell this year, doing some fantastic things for the Oak Grove offense.
Those short passes, not the usual thing for the Oak Grove Tigers. Coleman tries to give Yates the football, couldn't quite get it to him, and wisely follows Yates right on into the line and picks up a yard instead of being thrown for a loss. And this young junior quarterback for Oak Grove has really matured.
He has. We see a lot of good judgment, of course, on a busted play like that. They train over and over what to do in a case like that, and West, sticking to the training, sticking to the script, just followed Chance right up the middle, able to pick up a yard or a yard and a half.
So the Tigers second down and 7 or 9. Yates with the football, still on his feet, driving forward. down across the 45 to the 42.5-yard line. Big fullback doing a tremendous job of keeping his feet under him, and he picks up 5 on the play. I'm sorry, probably 3 on the play, 3.5 or 4. Third down and 5.
You didn't see much of a chance. In fact, I don't think he carried the ball at all on the first couple of series for the Tigers, and apparently a strategy Coach Dalrymple put in, as you mentioned, a couple of new sets that we haven't seen so far this year, trying to mix things up against these Panthers.
Coleman keeps the football around the left side, fakes the pitch, and picks up several more yards, has the first down near the 35-yard lines of Sterlington. It'll be 1st and 10 Oak Grove as this drive stays alive with 5.5 minutes left in the first half. Oak Grove trailing Sterlington 7-14.
Once again, a wise decision by West. It looked as though he was going to hesitate and pitched out to Derrick, and that threw off the defenders just a step, and sometimes that's all you need on that option pitch.
So they come back to the line as Owens not being used very much here tonight either. This time Owens gets the call up the middle. Plenty of room down across the 30. Derek Owens down at the 27-yard line. For a 9-yard gain, it'll be 2nd down and 1.
Just a straight draw where the quarterback goes back as though he's going to pass and hands off to Derek Owens, who delays just enough to give the offensive line to open that hole. Derek finding the hole and picking up 9 yards, bring up a 2nd down.
Owens having a breakout game last week against Farmerville, where he was able to showcase some of his talent in the open field. We hope he gets into the open field some tonight as Coleman rushes straight ahead, and he has the first down at the 24-yard line.
Number 76, Brock Pierce on the stop.
And some tremendous blocking that time by the Oak Grove Tiger offensive line. Credit especially number 56, the center for the Oak Grove Tigers, J.R. Custer. As it's his job to lead him through there.
57, Chad Robinson over on that left side helping out as well.
They call him Big Juicy. Coleman under center. Pitches the ball to Owens, low pitch. Owens able to cover it. But after a loss of about 7 yards back across the 30-yard line, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 17.
Still struggling at times with that pitch, especially under pressure like that. Of course, you know, it's easy for us to be critical of the quarterback on a pitch like that when you got a 6'5", 240-pound lineman around your collar trying to bring you down.
So Coleman will bring him back up under center. 2nd down and 17 yards to go at the 30-yard line of the Panthers. 3.5 minutes left in the first half. Jordan with the football. Jawan Jordan back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he's able to achieve. It'll bring up 3rd down and long. Sterlington leading Oak Grove 14-7 here in the first half. We predicted a moderate scoring game this evening. We didn't tell you that because all bets were really off coming into tonight's game. We had no idea what was actually going to happen. Steve and I were talking before the game and thought it would be in the mid-20s for both teams, and just whoever made the fewest mistakes and was able to maintain the level of intensity necessary throughout the entirety of the game would come out on top as Coleman under center looks to throw. Throws for Cavalier, falls down. Ball is intercepted by number 9, Cody Dees. A flag on the play. Down there to make the tackle is Derek Owens, number 22 for the Tigers. So a change of possession here. The flag will not negate the interception. The penalty happened after the interception.
We're probably going to see a block in the back on the return And that's what
Holding against the Panthers. That'll back them up 10 from the 21. It'll be first and 10 at the 11-yard line for the Panthers of Sterlington, but they'll take over the football with only 2.5 minutes left here in this half, and a great opportunity squandered by the Oak Grove Tigers there as that ball slightly underthrown and just thrown into an enormous amount of coverage.
Well, and again, whenever you put the ball on the ground, you run the risk of
forcing those kind of situations.
And we did that earlier on the pitch, and it backed us up and forced us in a passing situation.
And they knew we had to pass, so changes all of the dynamics as Ashley looks to throws deep, and it's caught as Freeman falls down on the play. Ahmad Page, number 88 for Sterlington. As Freeman, unable to keep his feet under him, trips over Page's heels and goes down.
That's exactly what happened. Kevin shadowing the receiver. He was right on him. The pass was released. Kevin caught the heel.
Almost tripping Page up, which of course would have been offensive or defensive pass interference had the pass been incomplete, but because of the completion, there's no flag on the play. As Hutzler comes on to attempt the extra point and put the Panthers up by 2 touchdowns. And a low spinning kick, but it's good. 21-7 is the score. Hutzler preparing to kick off for the Panthers as he has added an extra point to each one of their 3 touchdowns this evening. 21-7 is the score. Back deep to receive. Owens and Jordan, they're back on the 5 this time as they recognize that Hutzler has a little more leg than he showed the first couple of times that he kicked off for football. He's back with a 9-yard drop this time. And once again, a good high kick. Jordan will catch it at the 12-yard line. He's across the 20, the 25, still on his feet. No blocking there, down to the 26-yard line before being taken down by the Panthers. So with 2:12 showing on the clock, Oak Grove will take over the football first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And once again, field position comes into play as the Tigers having to make up 70 and 80 yards on their offensive side of the ball. Of course, as we just saw, it only takes one play to cover 90 yards. So we've got 2 minutes, 12 seconds for the Oak Grove Tigers to try to make it close as we go into the half.
Wes Coleman under center, Yates and Owens in the backfield. Keeps the football. Coleman around the right side, still on his feet, down to the 45-yard line before being taken down by the Panthers. A tremendous run from scrimmage of 19 yards, or 18 yards, I guess, at the 44-yard line. And Oak Grove first and 10 with 2 minutes showing on the clock here in the first half. Tigers with plenty of time to bring the ball down the field. But they do need to kind of make sure they don't dawdle around too much as the clock continues to roll. The Panthers kind of in a prevent defensive set here with lots of men deep in the backfield, laying off the receivers by 10 or 15 yards. On his feet, Derek Owens. Little running room. Derek Owens all the way. He's going all the way. Touchdown! Tigers, Derek Owens all the way for the touchdown. A tremendous run from scrimmage by Derek Owens to get the Tigers on the board for the second time this evening. 21-13 as the Sterlington fans and coaching staff thinking that Dwayne Kraft may have committed a foul back here in the backfield, but evidently no flag on the play.
Roy, that's the very block that we get caught so much on. It was a hit in the shoulder. It was not a block in the back. Of course, they were calling for the penalty, and it was a good block.
Patrick Rye on to attempt the extra point. Coleman holding. Flag on the play as Oak Grove will be penalized here for Sterlington was offside, which scoots the Tigers up a little if they take the penalty. I guess you have to when you're down there for an extra point attempt. And and it is 21-13 with 1:21 left here in the first half.
Oak Grove
electing to
considering maybe going for two now.
reconsider, although Patrick Rye is still out there, and they'll call timeout.
Call by the Tigers.
That's a Tiger timeout. It is 21-13 as the quick strike from the Tigers negates the quick strike from the Panthers, and we'll be back with the extra point. Go for two on this extra point conversion attempt. Down at the 1.5-yard line, the Oak Grove Tigers prepare to attempt the extra point conversion. Coleman under center, gives the ball to Yates. Nothing doing as they're stopped. 13-21 is the score, with 1:21 showing on the game clock here in the first half. And Steve, as Oak Grove prepares to kick the ball off to the Sterlington Panthers, we can talk just a little bit about what's been going on in the 1A classification during the course of this season. Down south, of course, the Kentwood Tigers, the absolute undisputed powerhouse of 1A this year, with a lot of returning players, starters from last year.
Yeah, Kentwood getting a lot of recognition, as they deserve. You know, we got to play them last year in the playoffs, and they return a lot of those guys from that team last year, so they're going to be tough. Haynesville getting a lot of recognition early. Yet to play anybody to really test them. And tomorrow night, I think they'll go up against, I believe, Iota. So they may get tested tomorrow night, and we'll see where we stand here tonight as we take on these Panthers.
Patrick Rice set the kickoff for the Tigers. Back deep to receive for the Panthers is J.J. Douglas, Deshaunte Mitchell, and number 32, the other Douglas.
J.J.
That's J.J. Jimmy's over on the left side, and J.J. over here on the right side, preparing to return for the Panthers. And, of course, Deshaunte Mitchell, the speedster back there at the 9-yard line as Patrick Rye sets up here to kick the ball away for Oak Grove. The official signal that they're ready. Rye, a good kick, bounces. Mitchell fields it at the 5-yard line. Following some good blocking, but taken down over there on the far sideline after crossing the 20-yard line at about the 22, where it'll be Panthers football. That play taking 8 seconds off the clock, 1:13 remaining on the game clock here in the first half. And the Panthers will have another opportunity to put points on the board here in the first half, as the Tiger defense going to have to be watching carefully for some of those long yardage plays.
And you figure Coach Dalrymple gambling that this is going to be a close game when it's all said and done, choosing to go for the 2-point conversion that last time.
2 men wide to the right, 2 men in the backfield. Ashley gives to Mitchell. Freeman meets him head on at the 46-yard line. He's down at the 47. Deshaunte Mitchell taking the handoff and turning it into a 27-yard gain.
Beautiful open field tackle by Kevin Freeman. That's a hard tackle to make in the open field like that.
Clock continued to run with less than a minute showing as the Sterlington Panthers walk leisurely up to the football. I don't think they're really all that concerned about how fast the clock is running. Ashley, under center, takes the snap, pitches the ball to Mitchell. Mitchell runs it up. Caught there by Caborcier Caldwell. The little safety for Oak Grove, preventing the touchdown there as great job of blocking over here by the wideouts for Sterlington on Justin Shelton, number 1, the middle linebacker, or actually the safety for Oak Grove. He was on the play and saw it coming and had perfect position, but they were double teaming him, and they did a great job on him and forced Caborcier Caldwell to come over and make the stop. 35 seconds left. It's first down. Panthers, and a timeout by the Panthers. We'll take a timeout as well, and we'll be back. Yard line of Oak Grove, 38-yard line of Oak Grove with 35 seconds left. in the first half. Ashley up under center. Takes the snap, looks to throw. Under pressure. Pulled down, throws the football.
He's going to be called down.
But he was down in the grass at the 39-yard line, a loss of 5 on the play, or actually a loss of 7 on the play. 24 seconds left now, as the clock should continue to run. That was not an incomplete pass, but they call timeout. They call timeout. And so with 24 seconds left,
that was Brett Clark, number 34, putting the pressure on that time. Had Ashley in the ground and wouldn't let go. Brought him down before he could actually turn loose of the ball.
That level of intensity, if perpetuated throughout the entire course of the game, will prove to be a great factor in this ball game, because Oak Grove is in tremendous shape right now. We do have a couple of minor injuries. We mentioned Ty Webb's high ankle sprain, and then there's a couple of other, weak ankles and different things of that nature. But for the most part, Oak Grove in great physical shape and able to maintain in that intensity level. We've seen that in their first 3 ball games, and we're seeing it again here this evening, as here late in the first half, they're still going strong.
Big second down play with 24 seconds remaining in the half. If this Tiger defense can bow up and hold them.
One timeout remaining for both teams as Ashley drops real deep, throws the string to Mitchell. Mitchell runs into Shelton. And Caldwell comes over to finish him off, but not until he gets inside the 10-yard line with 12 seconds to go. And that time, Chase Craig was under the coverage just slightly, and they were able to loft it over his head to Mitchell.
Another brilliant coaching call by Dale Ashley. They pulled that on us, well, I guess every time we played them, Roy, they've called that screen pass to draw the defensive line in, the linebackers split, and that leaves open that runner from the backfield to find an opening out there. They just toss it out to him. He finds a little running room. Tony Brumley mentioned earlier in the week on Inside Oak Grove Football, one of the keys to Oak Grove winning this game was going to be containment. Coach Ashley is on record saying that this is one of the fastest teams that he's coached, team speed-wise. Individual players lots of their individual players have good speed. And in order for Oak Grove to win, they're going to have to contain these guys and keep them from getting in the open field like that.
First down and goal to go from just inside the 10-yard line with 12 seconds showing on the clock as Ashley takes the ball from center and looks to throw. Lofts it high into the end zone. And incomplete. Freeman back there defending on the play. And the intended receiver, number 88, Ahmad Page, who caught the touchdown pass earlier in the game. 7 seconds, second down and goal to go. 13-21 is the score. Sterlington leading Oak Grove. No timeouts remaining for the Panthers, as they'll have to go ahead and get this one off before the 20 or 24 seconds, 25 seconds. Play clock is up. Ashley up under center. Takes the snap, looks to throw. And taken, still on his feet. Ashley throws the ball into the end zone. Nobody home, and time expires here in the first half as Sterlington missing the opportunity to score with very little time remaining, and Oak Grove trails Sterlington 13-21 at the half. Steve, I'm sure that Coach Dalrymple is very well pleased with his position at this point in time. You're at home and you're within reach.
Yeah, that's always to Oak Grove's advantage. Oak Grove being a full-quarter team, stronger generally in the second half. To be one touchdown behind against a real good Sterlington team, you have to feel pretty good, especially on that last defensive series, keeping the Panthers out of the end zone.
We appreciate you watching. Stay tuned. Watch these sponsors. We'll be back with our Ivan. Made its way all the way back around to the Gulf Coast. Came ashore as Tropical Storm Ivan with a little bit of rain for us here in northeast Louisiana. But nothing now, as it's a wonderful evening for high school football as Patrick Rice sets to kick off for the Oak Grove Tigers. Panthers unable to score on their final possession of the first half. They still lead the Tigers 21-13. Short kick fielded by Jimmy Douglas. Out across the 30 to the 32.5-yard line is Douglas, where it'll be 1st and 10 Panthers as they start the second half with possession, having won the toss before the game and deferred to the second half.
Logan Jagger, number 80, and Cazell Hickman, number 5, making the stop for the Tigers.
Tiger defensive unit saw quite a bit of action during the first half as the Panthers showed them several different looks. They'll line up here preparing to try to hold the Panthers. We were told during halftime that Oak Grove has not forced a Sterlington punt in the last 2 games. This time Douglas met at the line of scrimmage and forced back. They say he made a yard on the play out to the 34. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9.
Give us a chance to give you the first half scoring summary. Shao started things off with a 20-yard touchdown reception. Put Tigers up 7-0. Douglas, a 12-yard run, tied things up for the Panthers. Douglas came back with a 3-yard run to put the Panthers up 14-7. And then Page, a 90-yard TD reception, put the Panthers up 21-7. Owens with a 56-yard run brought them within the current score, 21-13.
An 8-point deficit at halftime as Ashley looks to throw. Throws deep. This time Freeman intercepts it at the 40-yard line. Ahmad Page, the intended receiver, brings Freeman down, but not until he gets back near midfield. Down at the 49-yard line. What a tremendous play by Kevin Freeman as Ashley, that's the 3rd time he's just gone back and thrown the ball regardless of what was taking place. And all 3 passes were ill-advised. That one came up to bite him.
Well, they go back to what has worked for him in the first half. Roy Ashley was 4 for 7 in that first half for 170 yards. Able to only pick up 110 yards rushing in the first half for the Panthers. So they were trying to go back to what had got them at this point, and it burned them this time.
Another different-looking offensive set for Oak Grove. Yates, the alone back, does not get the ball. Coleman throws. Jordan unable to catch the football. A low throw that time from Coleman as he rolled out to his right. Had the opportunity to pick up a few yards, and matter of fact, may have been a little past the line of scrimmage when he turned that one loose.
Yeah, and he almost made a good play there after all that. Juwan almost able to pick that one up.
2nd down and 10.
4 for 6 in the first half, 66 yards with 1 interception. Tigers able to pick up 123 yards rushing on the ground.
Coleman under center, 2nd and 10. Gives the ball to Yates. Chance Yates. Out to midfield. Just across midfield again. 1. It'll be 3rd down and 9 on the play.
A little offensive breakdown in that first half. The Panthers, 271 total yards of offense against the Tigers, 191 yards. We appreciate Fred Eubanks keeping statistics for us in the first half to be able to bring you those numbers.
Well, in those 80 yards, the exact distance of the 1 touchdown play, actually a 90-yard, no, it was an 80-yard pass. He had another catch of 10 yards, but this time the quick over to Charles Cavalier. Just Cavalier still on his feet. David Cavalier down the left sideline. Cavalier is going to score. Touchdown Tigers. A 50-yard pass from Coleman to Cavalier, and this one's back within reach. 21-19 is the score with 10 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
Well, you keep going to that high percentage dump pass, and we say high percentage. Historically, Roy, that pass has not been done well for Oak Grove. We've not been able to connect on it. This year, it has worked to perfection with Wes Coleman and David Cavalier teaming up that time for the big play to bring the Tigers within a 2-point conversion time this game.
The Tigers force a turnover with the interception by Freeman and capitalize upon it and score the first touchdown of the second half to bring them within 2 as Coleman goes for 2. Goes around the right side, and he's over for 2 points. 21-21 is the score as the Tigers tie up this ball game here early in the 3rd quarter. The second half is underway with a bang for Oak Grove. We'll be
before or after that big Tiger game, be sure to go by Deli Mart and see all that Mr. Lonnie and his guys.
Welcome back as Patrick Rye, preparing to kick off for the Oak Grove Tigers, does not have a football. I don't know where it's at. The old hidden ball trick, Steve. Back deep to receive for the Panthers. 32, J.J. Douglas, 21, Jimmy Douglas, and number 20, Deshaunte Mitchell. And now the referee brings the ball out to Patrick. He'll tee it up. 10 minutes showing on the game clock here in the third quarter. As the Tigers have tied this one up at 21 apiece. Outstanding job by the defense and the offense of the Tigers this evening. Douglas, Jimmy Douglas, that's the 22-yard line. Taken down at the 34-yard line. Good play there by Jonathan Putnam.
Number 50 making the stop.
Correction, Jimmy Douglas on the return for Sterlington. He'll be brought down.
So it'll be Panther football. First and 10 at the 35-yard line. Jimmy Douglas kind of taken down by a clothesline there by Putnam. He just jumped on him.
Who'd have thought at this point in the game that those teams' offense would be dominated by the pass rather than the rush?
Momentum is always a factor in high school athletics, as in all athletics. It seems to be especially an issue in the high school game. And there is Deshaunte Mitchell from scrimmage all the way down to the 36-yard line of the Tigers. First and 10 Panthers on a big run from Deshaunte Mitchell.
Give credit to that Sterlington offensive line doing a good job of opening holes for those Sterlington running backs. You know, they're playing against our strength and doing a good job of opening holes up the middle.
30 yards on the play, and the Panthers come roaring back here with 9.5 minutes showing on the clock in the third quarter. Ashley under center. They give the ball to Douglas. Jimmy Douglas. A gain of 9 down to the 26.
That time, boy, the Oak Grove defense able to penetrate, but the problem was they penetrated too quickly. He hit the hole so quick, he was already past the pursuit. The Oak Grove defense playing the option pitch that time and had the Panthers handing off up the middle.
I swallowed a bug during that touchdown run a while ago by Cavalier.
Hope you don't stop breathing.
Not over there.
Sure, I can give you about that.
Ashley under center. The Panthers second and short. Douglas with the football, still on his feet. Saborsier Caldwell hanging on for dear life. Freeman comes over to finish him off, but he's down to the 12-yard line. First and 10 Panthers at the 12-yard line of the Tigers as they're just busting that thing right up over.
The big tackle, number 77, Caleb Hamby, coming up limping for the Panthers. Don't know.
Yeah, he's been struggling with that ankle, I think, since the first play of this set. So Ashley brings him up under center, first and 10 from the 12. And of course, Oak Grove having a big challenge here as the ball is loose.
Tigers recover.
Oak Grove has the football, a late whistle.
We're going to call it down.
Well, no one blew the whistle. He was down. I didn't understand why there was no whistle. But that'll bring a chorus of boos from the Oak Grove side and a big sigh of relief from the Panthers side of the stadium. And it'll be a gain of 2. It'll be second down and 8 from the 10-yard line.
Once again, a potential break deep in Oak Grove Tiger territory coming up empty.
Oak Grove needs the big stop here to retain the momentum that was achieved on that last series of downs. Jimmy Douglas, the ball carrier, down to the 5, a gain of 5. It'll be third down and 3.
And we've mentioned a couple times already Jimmy Douglas, a sophomore, 5'8", 191-pound sophomore. His running partner in the backfield, DeShante Mitchell, a 5'9", 156-pound freshman. These guys are just grinding out yardage, boy, like they've been back there for year in and year out, doing a good job of picking up precious yardage for the Panthers.
A goal line stand here from the 5-yard line. Jimmy Douglas bounces off the tacklers into the end zone for the 4th Sterlington touchdown of the evening as they answer Oak Grove's touchdown here in the second half with one of their own. 6.5 minutes remaining.
For 3 years at least, we couldn't wait for Cotto and Davis to graduate because we anticipated that maybe we could gain some advantage. All of a sudden, they come into Tiger Stadium with a couple of new running backs that don't seem like they skipped a beat.
Hustler on to attempt the extra point. It's up and no good. Wide to the right.